This live stream is sponsored by PSL, Sound, Light and Stage.
Hello and welcome to Sanders Park for this round 9 clash between Tukapa and Southern. It's a beautiful day here in New Plymouth. The sun is shining, not much wind, and there'll be no excuse for either team to get out in the conditions. The weather, as you can see, currently 16. The wind is hardly there at all, and it's coming from the southeast. And it's rather incredible that we're into round 9 and we're yet to really play on a winter's day. So, marvellous weather. We'll have a look at the last 3 games for each team. Tukapa got beaten by Coastal last week, but before they had 2 easy wins. Southern, rather surprising result, lost 35-0 to United, and 1 point lost to Stratford Eltham, but then they also had a big loss to New Plymouth Old Boys. So they have been struggling for form of late. We'll go on to the points table. And one interesting thing about the points table is Clifton and Tukapa, who are 4th and 5th, last week they were 1st and 2nd, first equal. So, and both losing has seen Stratford at the table, top of the table with 18, Old Boys and Coastal with 16, Clifton and Tukapa with 15. So it is an extremely tight table for the top 5. And then I'm sure that's United have got 8, Inglewood have got 5, and Southern have got 4. Right, we'll go into the team lists. Tukapa 1, Patrick Howlett, 2, Luke Dravitsky, 3, Thomas Edwards, and we have 2 new locks today, 4, Scott Mello, 5, Chris Jollins, who is captain, 6, Liam Burnett, 7, Maranga Lapo, 8, Mason Henry, onto the back line, 9, Campbell Woodmass, and a new first 5 today, the regular halfback, Roman Farma-Osili. 11 is Whata Farafara, back on the wing. 12, Lawrence Tupaia Thompson. 13, Jack Gilmore. 14, Ethan Lobb. And 15 is Zebi. Onto the bench. 16, Brendan Dent. 17, George Tamati. 8, Mike Nyson. 19, Malachi Churchill. 20, Mitchell Prophet. 21, Lagan Kumaroa. 22, Thomas Stokes. Onto the southern side. 1, Dylan Skipworth. 2, Pinai Fayami. 3, Keatley Watson. 4, Wilson Parata. 5, Shay Smith. 6, Max Broughton. 7, Thomas Bowers. 8, Mahaki Akaola. Onto the backs. 9 is Dawson Austin. 10 is Brent Ashton Landers. 11, Linton Price. 12, Brendan Hikaka. 13, E.T. Slater. 14, Dejan Eads. 15, Jade Taylor. And on the bench we have 16, Cade Saxton. 17, Michael Bent. 18, Soani Aho Leilaha. 21, Jack Meads. 22, Ben Hughes. And we don't have players for the numbers 19 and 20 at this stage. Those are the 2 lineups to clash today. It's Ladies' Day at Tukapa, and we'll just return after a short break. Welcome back to Sanders Park for this game between Southern and Tukapa. Southern are just running out into the field now, I believe. Just the reserves. Joining me in commentary today is Lindsay Thompson again. Welcome, Lindsay. A beautiful day for rugby.
Thanks, Kevin, and welcome to all our viewers. Lovely day here at Sanders Park, and here come the two teams.
Chris Jollins leading Tukapa out. Tukapa will be keen to put in a good performance today after losing last week.
Yeah, just some execution problems last week for Tukapa, and to lose by 1 point is always disappointing, but they've got to get back on the horse and take it to Southern today. Tukapa not without their own problems, a couple of locks down this week, so a few changes in that forward pack, which will make winning line-out ball a bit more difficult.
Today's referee is Will Johnston, and he has been assisted by Craig Wellington and John Edmonds.
Yeah, again, with Will refereeing, I'm sure there'll be no complaints. Number one referee in the province for a number of years, so a good man to have in charge of this game.
Taranaki are pretty well served for referees at the moment, Lindsay, with Warwick Lemert and Will Johnson up there.
Yeah, Paul Williams and Chloe Sampson.
Yes.
Very, very good referees out of Taranaki.
Right, here we go. Aston Landers to kick off for Southern. Good high kick off. Woodmess to clear. Onto Lapo. Slow ball coming back to Woodmess. He kicks over the top. Well, and Southern have dropped that, and straight away Tukapa advantage with a scrum.
Yeah, look, I think both teams we know about Tukapa's issue with their locks, but I think Southern might be down a few players as well, so a couple of to be confirmed in their reserves, and I think that again just reflects uncertainty about the makeup of their team.
Yeah, see Shay Smith in there at lock, he's a big tall fella. So
yeah, big man, worn the jersey for both clubs, played for Tukapa before moving to Hara, and now right in the middle of the Southern scrum.
Also a very fast bowler for Hara United, Lindsay.
Yeah, no, very, very useful cricketer.
There we go, good shot off the scrum there. Woodmess. Southern slightly moving forward there. Tukapa managed to clear it. A little chip over the top. Southern has picked it up, and that's turns back. Zebby flicks it up to Tupaia Thompson, who returns the kick. And Southern let it bounce, which is always dangerous. Ethan Lobb grabs hold of a Southern player there, but Southern have managed to keep it under control. Well, they go for the set-up.
Roll out now.
They have to go for the clearing kick. Tupaia Thompson. Away to Farafara. He'll run, and he busts the first tackle. Turns it in nicely. Good ball for Tukapa. Here comes Lapo. Takes it in, sets it nicely. Tukapa knocked the ball on.
Yeah, with Roman Farmer silly at 10 today, and normally a halfback obviously, but Sam Clark's still injured, so Tukapa having to make changes to obviously they prefer to have Lorenz Tupaia Thompson out one at 12 as opposed to 10 where he started last week.
Just an update on those injuries. Tukapa have a few at the moment. Sam Clark is supposedly out for between 6 and 8 weeks. Josh Platford, who had been playing extremely well, he's had concussion, is out for 3 weeks. Josh Keats is in Australia at the moment, and Nathaniel Peters is a week-by-week proposition. Hopefully back next week. So Tukapa have a few injuries at the moment. Southern go the short side. Pass was straight.
Southern getting good ball in the attacking zone here. Let's just see whether they can take advantage of that.
Away they go. Southern bust through there. Excuse me.
I think Tukapa's got the ball back, so they're probably going to look to clear it. Might be better Woodmass makes that decision, but he's allowing Tukapa to try and take it up and get a better field position to kick.
That kick has just made it over the goal line, so it's a 5 metre line out Southern's put in.
As I say, I think Tukapa are going to struggle to compete in the line-outs. They might be right on their own ball, but they haven't got the tall men in there to get up and contest. But let's see where Southern look to go.
Right, Fiani to feed the line out, and it goes. Wilson Parata takes it in, and the Southern have an advantage here. So they're getting very close to the goal line here. Hit it up again. Just about right beside the goalpost. Short little pass.
Still playing the advantage.
And they still have the advantage. Laid back. Out it comes.
Tackle now. Make an effort.
Go for the set up again in midfield. Will Johnson decides to come back for the penalty.
Interesting to see what Southern do here, whether they're going to go for the line out again and try and get that drive on. Tukapa seem to pull it down too early for Will Johnson's liking.
Yeah. And they go for the line out.
As I say, I think Tukapa was better to concentrate on defending the line out rather than trying to win it and just see if they can get a drive and push Southern back.
That
Doesn't
throw
look
was
like it's straight, but no one jumped.
no. So there goes your theory out of the water, Lindsay. Southern drive it forward. They clear it now. Out it comes. Wide pass. That's a good run. Tukapa struggling to hold that player. Keep coming the same way. Tukapa looking for the turnover here, but no. Southern clear it well, actually. They're still going. Can go either way here. Come to the left. Big wide pass. And didn't bounce kindly for the winger there, so Tukapa will have it put into the scrum. Southern looked quite promising there, actually.
Yeah, Tukapa disappointing in that last week as well. They get themselves in the defensive zone very early. Last week Coastal took advantage of it, and certainly Southern had an opportunity to do the same there, but just couldn't quite execute at the end.
Just a bit of history on the Southern Club, in case you're interested. They were formed in 1994, a combination of Athletic, Hara and Waimate clubs. They've only won one Premier Championship, and that was in 2013, although they were last year's beaten finalists.
Yeah, 2013, coached by Willie Rickard.
Sit!
Woodmass feeds the scrum. Southern move forward slightly. Tukapa hit it up. Set it nicely.
Waiting. Wait. Right here. Waiting blue.
Back it comes. It's quite a good clearing kick, actually.
Yeah, I think Lorenz Tapia Thompson took over the clearing kick on that occasion, so probably got a bigger boot than Roman Famiasili.
Yeah, they probably will look to him to do most of the kicking. Fiami to throw. Nice win at the top there. Someone hit it up.
Tackle blue.
Tukapa told to release. Southern clear and tries a little grubber kick through, but it's straight to Zebi, who returns with a good kick. Well taken by Jade Taylor. Beat Zebi. Returns, kick. Big wide pass from Woodmass to Tukapa Thompson. He clears. That's a good return too. Hikaka. Got a kick and return now, and he's kicked it out on the full. So Tukapa definitely won that kicking battle.
Yeah, Southern having all the possession and territory at this stage. They're sitting on 79% territory, but this is the first time Tukapa's been in their half for a while, and they'll obviously have the opportunity to win the ball from the line out.
Burnett. Nice high jump by
Henry.
Yep. Take it in for the set. It's slow ball though for Tukapa here. Very slow. Out comes to Jollins. Woodmass onto Tukapa Thompson. Dravitsky. A little short pass. Woodmass back the other way. Onto Howlett. Here comes Thomas Edwards, who ran strongly last week. Woodmass. Jollins. Roman Farmer silly, and Will Johnson says that is a dangerous high tackle. And Tukapa have taken exception to that. You might have heard Will Johnson there say he was happy with the penalty only, as he might have been ducking into it. But
he was very quick to blow the whistle. He wasn't going to allow any advantage from that particular tackle.
Time off by Captain 6.
He's going to have a talk to the captains and lay down the law.
Come in left, right and centre and just making things. Penalty? Guys, just keep their hands to themselves, okay?
I think both players were falling there. It's not their responsibility not to.
Correct. I've made a decision on that one. Yeah.
Very clear from Will Johnson. I think most players like to hear that sort of stuff. The referee is clear and specific about what the problem was. You can't really have an argument.
Yeah.
Looks like Tukapa's going to kick for the corner in the line out, try and obviously turning down the 3 points.
Now just wait, Tukapa.
Oh.
Yeah, time's still off. Thanks. All right. Yep.
There we go. No, Woodmass is going to tap. They're not going to kick for touch. Thomas Edwards hits it up.
Yeah, I don't mind this. Thomas is running well. Get the forwards into the game.
Howlett. Pass out the back. Wasn't a great one. Southern kick it away.
Mason Henry
picks it up. Returns.
Here it is.
Howlett.
No hands, 2.
Southern told to get their hands out of there. Here goes Thomas Edwards again. Sets it nicely. Henry plays halfback onto Zebi. Might have been, Burnett was in front of him and he actually ran into him, so probably a bit of accidental offside, so Southern get the feed to the scrum.
Tukapa trying a couple of out-the-back-door passes which haven't been well executed and risk the turnovers from each of those particular set of passes.
Just some results from earlier on today. Division 1, Southern 51, Tukapa 7. Division 2, Tukapa 36, Okaiawa 11. In the women's grade, Southern 34, Tukapa 26. And we're just awaiting to hear the result from the Tukapa Colts game. We'll bring that to you when we find out.
Bye.
And it goes. Aston Landers clears straight to Forafora. Does a little chip this time. Oh no, it's Tukapa Thompson. Sorry, that was a beautiful kick and gather. Inside pass to Woodmass. Roman Farmasuli plays halfback. Two-player Thompson busts through first tackle and puts a nice pass out the back to Farafara. Tukapa looking promising here. Woodmess onto Howlett. Takes it in, sets it back nicely. Woodmess onto Burnett. Tries to bust his way through a couple of tackles. He does well actually, still going. Woodmess again. Onto Jack Gilmore. Wide pass to Ethan Lobb, and that's a pretty easy run in the end. That's a very good try by Tukapa.
Well executed, good hands, good passing, got the man into space, and Ethan Lobb scores on the right wing.
And to be fair, that's the first real decent phase of play Tukapa's put together in this game, actually. But this is very well done. Well done by Burnett. Stayed on his feet. Went to ground, and then Woodmess onto Gilmore. Good pass to Ethan Lobb, who had an easy run in.
Yeah, the left winger was caught betwixt and between. Probably got looking to take the inside man, which was Zibby, but Jack Gilmore got it wide, and Ethan Lobb ran it in.
Just on the earlier women's game, I watched that game, Lindsay. Southern 34, Tukapa 26, and a young lady for Tukapa, Rosie Moffat, number 10 for Tukapa. I believe she's only 17 years old, but mark that name down as a future rep player, because she was very impressive.
Yep, girl from out of Sacred Heart, Rosie, and has a very bright future. Spoke to her father last week after the game, actually, and he said she's enjoying the team and the Tukapa club, having previously played elsewhere, so first year with Tukapa. Yeah,
great to see. And unlike a lot of 10s I could mention, she seemed to like tackling.
Not something that was your favourite thing, was it, Kevin?
Away we go. The conversion is missed, so Tukapa lead 5-0. Take it in from the kickoff. Woodmess onto Lapo. Makes good ground. Woodmess looks like he might be going to kick this, or he's got over the top. Probably a little bit too far. The southern winger take it into the set. Austin. No, not on it, clearly. Austin again comes back the short side. A little chip through. Woodmess takes it and decides to return the kick.
Yeah, I think he thought about throwing it wide to the left, but took the safer option, I suppose.
That was a very good kick, considering the angle he had. So, Southern call a shortened line out. But they've made a hash of it, and Burnett comes away with it. Woodmess onto Scott Mallow. Woodmess again. Out it comes to Ethan Lobb.
Pretty well read by Southern in defence.
A loose pass, but it bounces up for Farafara. Oh, he makes a good run too. It wasn't Warrawara, sorry, it was
Lorenz.
Yeah. In comes Lapo. Woodmess. Thomas Edwards onto Roman Farmasili. He goes Zebby, dancing away, and he busts the line. Woodmess keeps going the short side onto Burnett. He's went down on his knees there and got straight back up again. And he's still got hold of it. Away goes Thomas Edwards.
Someone needs to get to him.
Yeah.
Done well.
Woodmess. Ethan Lobb sends it out to Howlett. Sets it nicely. Comes to Henry. Throws a bit of a loose pass. Farafara picks it up. Howlett again takes it in. Tukapa onto their 12th phase here. And away goes Jollins onto Woodmess. He busts a tackle. Oh, then he loses the ball. So Southern had the advantage here, and away they go. Austin. And the advantage is over from the knock on. It goes to Tukapa Thompson. It wasn't a great clearing kick. He busts the first tackle infield to Roman Farmasili. Oh, a nice little jinx there. Throws a bit of a speculative pass, but he didn't really need to. Shea Smith picks it up. Makes a good run. And sets it nicely.
Waiting in front, Southern.
Yeah, I think Tukapa just a bit loose in the with their ball in the red zone.
Yeah.
Better to hold on to it and set it again rather than throwing a pass which gives the ball back to Southern.
Right, Tukapa set it again. Good mess. On to Jollins. Good wide pass. Out to Howlett. That's a good pass too to Warra. That's Thompson again, sorry. Two-player Thompson. Infield to Jack Gilmore. Hesitates. Gets it to Farfara now. Ball's there for Woodmass. Runs. Tukapa still have control of it. On to Scott Mello. Hits it. There it is. Into Lapo. Still going. Will Johnson says he ran straight into his own man, so it's accidental offside.
Yeah, I think some of the Tukapa runners are getting themselves isolated from where their support players are, and that's leading to the breakdowns when really I think they've missed a couple of scoring opportunities.
Yeah, I think there was a try for all money then, but they bombed it really.
Certainly territory has evened up now. I see Tukapa 47, Southern 53.
Right, Austin to feed the scrum, right beside the goalpost.
Certainly the last 10 minutes or so, Tukapa have had all the ball and the field position, but they've only got one try to show for it, so I'm sure they'll be wanting to build on that.
Time back on.
Yeah, the territory and the position has turned around markedly from when we last looked at it. Tukapa now have a territory of 55% and possession of 60, so for the last 6 or 7 minutes, Tukapa have had all the possession and all the territory. And it goes Austin. And the clearing kick as well, untouched, just outside the 22. Tukapa throw to the line out. Burnett throws to the back. Jollins takes it onto Henry. Woodmass. Gilmore has it. There's not much room there though. Takes it in for the set. Henry again. Here comes Thomas Edwards.
Always takes a couple of men to take him down.
Yeah, he's strong, isn't he? Here's two-player Thompson. Pass around the back to Farafara. Stays on his feet. Sets it nicely. Jollins. Howlett on Zebby. And Will Johnson has his hand out for an advantage here. Woodmass tries a little chip through. And yes, he will come back for the penalty. I'm not quite sure what it was for, but
I think it's tackling again. I think he just guy might have been a player may have been going down, but the Southern defender took him high. Will Johnson, no hesitation in awarding the penalty. Looks like he's taking the shot.
yeah,
which is a little surprising because teams have not been taking their shots at goal when penalties have arisen in the past.
Well, earlier, Tukapa had a easier kick than that they turned down. So you're right. No team seems to be have a consistent policy as to when they will take shots for goal and when they will look for the corner.
Having said that, Tukapa probably want to just get some more points on the board. They've had the field position and possession, so just want to try and get beyond that 7 points.
Yeah. Away it goes, but he's missed the kick. So, got a let off there for Southern. Looks like we've got a early substitution, does it? Aston Landers to restart. That Jollins is back there. Onto Woodmass. Way to Zebby. Here's Ethan Lobb. He lost the ball there in the tackle, so Southern have the advantage here. Away they go. Take it in for the setup. Oh, bust right through the middle. That was some pretty poor defence by Tukapa. But now this time Southern have lost the ball. Good breakout from Southern, but they'll be disappointed that they gave the ball up pretty easily in the end.
Yeah, Tukapa didn't seem to have the guards on the side of the ruck there, and Southern took advantage of it.
As you can see in the background there, beautiful blue clear sky. Sun is shining.
Crouch.
Great day for rugby.
5.
And there the people shading their eyes from the sun.
6.
Oh, that ball is just sitting in the middle of the scrum there. No, it'll be a reset.
Not actually in the scrum, so no. It wasn't. So.
Yeah, Campbell Woodmass didn't seem to know that the ball hadn't gone into the scrum. He was back at the base looking for it, but Will Johnson correctly said it's not even in the scrum. Let's reset it.
Crouch. 5.
There we are, the mountains made an appearance in the background. Woodmass. Oops, and he fumbled the ball. Oh, I think he was looking up where he was passing it before he actually picked it up.
Well, I think at that actual moment, Southern put a little bit of pressure on the Tukapa scrum and they just took half a step. And that half a step disrupted what Campbell Woodmass was trying to do at the base of the scrum.
2 green and stuff,
Oh, there's very early subs for Southern.
Yeah, there's one fellow on the front row with no number on by the looks. Here comes Michael Bent. It's on already. He's got number 3 on. Now, Michael Bent, 39 years old, is playing his 150th game for Southern. As well as that, he has played 11 times for the Hurricanes, 79 games for Taranaki, 164 games for Leinster, and 5 for Ireland. So an outstanding rugby career, and congratulations to Michael Bent on 150 games for Taranaki.
For Southern.
For Southern, sorry.
And great that he's still playing because his experience in leading a relatively young team will be fantastic.
And look at the scrum straight away. Solid, moving forward. Austin. Out it comes. That was pretty easily read by Tukapa. Tukapa turned this over, got over the top, and received the penalty.
Yeah, he's had a great career, Michael Bent, and the the last 3 or 4 years come back to Taranaki after playing for so many games for Leinster, and in the Taranaki NPC team did a fantastic job for Neil Barnes and the Taranaki team.
Yeah.
And no one will forget the last scrum against Hawke's Bay in the NPC final of 2023, when the final moments the Tukapa scrum destroyed Hawke's Bay and resulted in the end of the game.
It was the Taranaki scrum actually, Lindsay. We took up a scrum, don't destroy many teams, but
I'm getting confused myself.
Yeah. Zebby takes it in. Oh, Southern bust away here. Woodmess, he's trying to hang on to him. Manages to do so, and Henry recovers the ball. And he's lost it. A lot of mistakes going on in this game at the moment. Out it comes to Southern.
5!
Tries a little run around the side of the ruck there. Out it comes. They've got a few numbers out here. Michael Bent, what's he going to do?
They've got numbers. They've got numbers.
Ethan Lobb. Pass hit the ground, but it was well picked up.
Scrambling defence from Tukapa.
Yeah. This is good play by Southern. They're putting some good phases together here. Still maintaining possession. Away goes Austin. Down the short side.
Tukapa over that, I think. Yep. Liam Burnett yet again. Little weasel. Hard man to dislodge when he gets his body over the ball.
Yep. Once again, Southern will be disappointed because they put some good phases there together and they were looking reasonably promising. But
both teams have had opportunities on attack and haven't done well executing.
There's another mistake from the cut. As I said, there's been a lot of mistakes, and Tukapa missed touch from the penalty. Tupai Thompson and Southern get the chance to attack again. They bust around the ruck there. Out it comes. Shea Smith, a good offload too. Austin again. A couple of good passes here by Southern. Out to the winger. And now Tupai Thompson has stolen that clean out of his hands, and he's got plenty of time here. And he pushes the Southern defender off, infield to Burnett. Ranged up in support. Ducks under a head-high tackle. Oh, it's going to be a card. Well, Will Johnson could have played a bit more advantage there, actually. Oh, and the Southern guy takes exception. But that won't make any difference to the outcome. I think the Southern players going to the bin. What do you think, Lindsay? I think he could have played advantage a bit longer because Tukapa looking a bit promising there.
I'm not sure whether Burnett on the ground, whether he lost the position or not, but we'll, again, very quickly to come back to the penalty.
And he's having to talk to his assistant referee. And the yellow card for
Brent Ashton Landers, number 10.
Right. What's the first 5'8" doing? Give him a high tackle.
What's the first 5'8" doing tackling? I think Tukapa here might choose to take the scrum with the Southern team one down in the backs, but let's just see. They'll probably kick for the corner just to prove me wrong.
The penalty count starting to mount against Southern a bit, 5-1, and they do kick for the corner. Well, I think that's a fair call, because Southern scrum has been, I wouldn't say totally dominant, but they've had the better of the scrums probably, and you've lost the back, so their scrum would still be, So line out might give them
Michael Bent coming on will stiffen up the Southern scrum, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Very powerful man.
Right, Tukapa will be looking to take an advantage of Southern being down to 14 here. And Burnett to throw. As you can see, Tukapa all roughly the same height. It goes to Henry. Takes it in nicely. But Southern are pushing towards the sideline, but Burnett comes away with it. Just short of the line. In fact, he's over. I think he's over. Here we go. It's getting a bit niggly, this game. You're saying held up, so is it goal line dropout, is it? Goal line dropout. I think is a ridiculous rule. Well, I've said this before, Lindsay. The defending team gets completely off the hook when you're under pressure.
Yep, it just means that they can obviously kick a long drop kick and relieve a lot of pressure.
Yeah. There we go. It's not a very good kick at all. So Henry takes it in. Thought about offloading it, then thought better of it. Sets it now. Tukapa. Look for another phase. Burnett again. Woodmess onto Thomas Edwards. Takes a few to get him down. He sets it nicely. Zebi. Wasn't a great pass, but Farmer Surly knocks it on. But as I say, it wasn't a great pass. So, yeah, there's been a lot of mistakes in this game, actually. And it's a pretty scrappy game in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I think the disruption of Tukapa's backline, the absence of Sam Clark's having a material effect. No disrespect to any of the players that are out there, but they just don't seem to have the flow on and know exactly what the man inside or outside is going to be doing. So they'll need to tidy that up.
Well, it looks from that scrum that Forafara is defending at second 5. No, he comes out to centre. Gilmore at second 5. So it was Tupai Thompson.
I think he drops back along with Zebi, so they put two guys towards the back. They're probably expecting Southern to try and put boot to ball and pick up territory that way.
A little bit because Tupai Thompson has been breaking the line. He made a great run just before. Southern scrum. Steady. Austin.
Back. Holding in front.
Kicks. Finds ground. Right, straight to Zebi. Ethan Lobb coming round beside him in support. But Zebi sort of lost him a bit there. Still maintains position. Into Howlett. Takes it in for the setup. The mess comes back the other way. Lapo. Onto Farm Osuli.
Jackal. Green.
Sets it. Away we go again. Zebi onto Scott Mello. Thomas Edwards, that was a great dummy there, but he's lost the ball. Southern have it. And Austin puts a little kick across over the top. Zebi has to run back and get it, but he's taking his time. And Southern will be looking to turn this over. They've got a knock on. Yeah, that came from Thomas Edwards losing the ball there, which was the first mistake I've seen him make for a long time.
Yeah, I'm sure Tukapa won't be happy with how they're executing some of these plays, giving the ball back, turning it over, and on that occasion Southern making 40 or 50 metres.
Yeah, as you can see there, Tukapa have turned the ball over 11 times, and we're
35 minutes in and you turn it over 11 times, it's going to be hard to build pressure.
Yeah. Waste of time. There we go. Southern scrum. Austin defer you. Southern are one short of the back line with Aston Landers in the sin bin still for another 4 minutes. Here it comes. Takes it in with the set. Max Broughton takes it in. Southern maintaining position. Come back the other way. Ethan Lobb just manages to tackle him. Austin. Southern take it in again. Here comes Michael Bent. Sets it nicely. Onto the big fella there with no number. Southern just need to be patient here and they could well score.
Too late.
Michael Bent again. Just short. Here comes the big fella again. Stays maintaining control. Austin onto Bowers.
Come now.
Sets it nicely. Austin again. Come for wide passes here, Southern.
I think they've got numbers.
Yep, easy try. A very well constructed try by Southern there. Went for 12, 13 phases and showed a lot of patience, and in the end ran it in quite easily. Here we go, into the setup. Set back nicely.
Yeah, just simple hands, draw the man.
Yep. That's well done there. But Thomas Edwards is a prop out there defending, so outside back should really be able to run around the prop.
Yeah, if you get the mismatch, you should take advantage of it, and Southern did, so well done to them.
Yeah.
It just illustrates, the problems that Tukapa have had. They've had all that possession and all that field position down the other end and come away with nothing, and Southern come down here once and score 5 points.
Far too many mistakes by Tukapa. That sun in the background there. The mountain on the other side, brilliant. That's half time by the looks of it. Caught us on the hop a bit. We've only got 38 minutes gone. So at half time it's 5-all in a rather scrappy game between Tukapa and Southern at Sanders Park. And we'll take a break now, and we'll show you the stats first. Look, the mountain in the background. No snow on it whatsoever. Right, here we go. Territory, Tukapa dominate territory and possession, 55 and 58%. Turnovers, Tukapa are been on the receiving end of 11. Southern have only turned the ball over 7 times, but they've given away 5 penalties as opposed to Tukapa's 1. So on those stats, there's not a lot in it really, Lindsay.
No, there's not. I just think, again, both teams will be concerned with their execution. 5-all is probably a fair reflection of the game, given that both teams have made plenty of mistakes when they've had opportunities to score points.
All right, we will be back shortly. Welcome back to Sanders Park. The score is locked up here at 5-all in what has been a rather scrappy, disjointed game. So hopefully the second half we can see some improved rugby.
Don't think either coaches will be happy with their execution in that first half. A lot of mistakes and hard to build pressure when you're giving the ball away that easily.
Right, Tukapa Thompson to restart the game for Tukapa. Away we go. The ball is allowed to bounce, but bounces kindly for Southern.
Yeah, Tukapa did the same thing in the first half. A great risk allowing the ball to bounce. I'd much rather see these guys come in and take it on the full, back their skills.
Yep.
Bounce can go anywhere, and who knows, can come back towards the opposition.
Right, Tukapa. Burnett to throw. We'll be looking for a tall timber here, but we haven't got any. So goes up the front. That's well done. Lapo. That's a good run. That's a very good run. Well over the advantage line. Good quick ball. Good mess. On to Jollins. Edwards takes it in. Sets it nicely. Here comes Roman. On to Jack Gilmore. Went for the rather risky offload. Yeah, that pass wasn't on at all, and Tukapa pay the price.
Pretty much what I'm saying. They're getting themselves in the right field of play, but those 50-50 passes, they're much better to retain the ball and reset it again. Build pressure.
A good colleague of ours, Lindsay, Mr. Crack Sutton, I can imagine what he'd be saying if he was playing now. Hold on to the changa was what his favourite saying when someone used to throw a 50-50 pass like that and didn't come off. There we go.
Crouch! Bind!
Austin to feed the scrum for Southern.
Sit!
Good solid scrum.
Let's get it out, not going anywhere. Wait, sit down.
Southern clear. Straight to Ethan Lobb though. A wide pass out to Zebby. Right in midfield on halfway. Away he goes. He's still going. Great run. Oh, that's a brilliant individual try. But I think, in fact, when we watch the replay, he only had to beat one tackle.
Yeah, I think the fact that Southern are down a man, I still think they've got someone in the bin. So they were caught on the width of the field there.
Yeah. See, not a great clearing kick, straight to Ethan Lobb. So one wide pass here, good pass by Ethan Lobb, and away Zebby goes.
But he showed great speed, got round what is obviously a winger there. He's left them for dust.
He's only had to beat one tackle, so that's not great defence by Southern because pretty easy run in for Zebby, but well done to him.
So I can't hear that.
There's an exact same spot where Tukapa Thompson had the conversion last week and the ball fell over, and he slotted the drop goal. See what happens today. I don't know about you, but the way he places the ball doesn't look like it'll go anywhere near going over. But
a couple of weeks ago, he got 7 out of 7 from the sideline.
Yeah.
So not ours to question why.
No. Away he goes. But he's missed that one. So Tukapa 10, Southern 5. There's been no successful kicks at goal today from either side.
Looks like Ashton Landers is back on the field. 10 minutes and the bin is up.
Well, Tukapa will be far happier with that start. That's probably the best bit of play they had the whole game. Where we go. Good high kick-off.
Hold here.
Burnett. Oh, good pass to Thomas Edwards. Woodmess. Away to Farmer Silly. He's tackled behind the advantage line though. But he gets up and goes again. Perfectly legal. He released the ball and got up. But Tukapa have lost the ball again. I've got the first half all over again. Southern have got an advantage here. Oh, that's a good run by Parata and a good offload. Southern looking promising here. Out it comes. Good tackle by Jollins. Southern, we're looking to bounce back here. Take it in for the set. Tackle. The ball there for Southern. Away we go. Shea Smith. We'll be looking to get this ball out. And it's out, and Woodmass comes over the top, but I think he knocked it on when he was trying to pick it up. But that's probably Southern's best phase of the whole game as well.
Well, let's hope that that's the start of a better second half. But really, if you look at that, Wilson Parata got in the clear. He just needed someone on his shoulder, and it would have been a Southern try.
Yes. I've noticed in the last few games, Lindsay, Tukapa seem to have a good period of play and they might score a time. Then they seem to go to sleep for a couple of minutes, don't they? And the opposition back in.
Yeah, well, they're going to be under the acid here. Attacking scrum to Southern in a great field position. They can go wide to the left. I'm sure Michael Beans will be trying to keep that right side of the scrum up and under pressure.
Yep, and it goes. Southern had a good scrum all day, and there's another good scrum. Out it comes to Austin. Pass out behind the back. Here comes a big wide pass. Southern looking promising here. That's good defence by Zebby, and Tukapa have got the ball. Tupai Thompson picks it up. Henry takes it in, sets it nicely. Woodmass into Lapo.
Leave it now, 8.
And Tukapa will be looking to clear now.
Here now. Wait.
Yeah. Zebby plays halfback at Tupai Thompson. Tukapa did well to get out of that, Lindsay, because Southern looked very promising there.
Yeah, good defence. Pushed the man towards the touch line, and then when he placed the ball, Campbell Woodmass was able to claim it for Tukapa.
Get up, mate. Get him up, Penny.
Southern's throw. Shea Smith up the front.
I won't get you for numbers if they're going to... Hang on. Just wait. You can join. Just make sure we've only got one halfback here, okay? Let's do it again. Hey, guys, it's the first message. Hey. Just make sure you got one halfback.
Will Johnson was unhappy that one halfback and players were coming and joining the line out, so we're going to do it all over again.
Now.
And Tukapa have turned it over. Away goes Burnett. Here's a couple of steps. And look at how strong he is. Sets it nicely. Here comes Thomas Edwards. Good run. On to Jack Gilmore. On Farafara has a bit of a fumble, but then retains it, throws it. Rather awkward pass in field, and Southern have it. And they kick it on the full. Mistakes all around there.
Volleyball. Tukapa end up getting the throw to the line out.
Probably don't deserve it, Lindsay, after making those mistakes, but...
Yeah,
anyway.
Liam Burnett, though, he's taking those long throws when Southern aren't executing their line-out play, and he's had 2 or 3 runs off the back of that line-out, making great ground.
Well, Southern don't really need to throw it up the front. They're way taller line-out than Tukapa, so I'd just be thrown to 2 or 4 if I was them.
Let's see what Tukapa do, because they haven't got a tall line-out, and they've got to win the ball somewhere.
Well, they've done all right so far, actually. I think they've been thrown to Mason Henry a bit. Here's the usual story. We didn't have a ball. Now we'll end up with 2 or 3. There we go. Here we go. Who's it going to? Jollins. Yep, well taken too. Away comes Lapo. Throws on to Farafara and he busts the line. There's a good tackle by Shea Smith there. Woodmass. On to Tupai Thompson. Out to Gilmore. On to Ethan Lobb. In a bit of space here. Does a little chip through. Zebby's picked it up and I think he'll score here. He will. Might be a little question mark as if he was in front of the kick or not, but Will Johnson has awarded it. A great little kick through by Ethan Lobb.
Yeah, the the Southern backs were very flat in defence, and Tukapa managed to get the ball past them, and that created some space.
Good pass from Tupai Thompson there. Good pass by Gilmore. Here we go.
No, I think he's fine.
Yeah. Well, the bounce of the rugby ball was perfect for Zebby at this time, and right beside the upright.
It's number 2 try for him today, and that'll get Tukapa outside that 7-point margin, which I'm sure they're pleased about.
I think they might have got a bit of talking to at half time, because they're definitely playing better this second half. The kick goes over, so Tukapa out to 17-5.
Well, I'm sure Scott Fugler-Staller and Cole Brown wouldn't have been happy with the first half, so giving them a good stern talking to might have actually worked.
Yeah. Southern to kick off again. Whoops, Tukapa let it bounce, but it might come off. No, Southern have regained it.
Tackle blue!
Tukapa told to release. Southern maintaining possession. Austin. Oh, that's a good pass. Good pass and he busts the line. Jade Taylor busted the line there, but Southern, that's been the story of their game really. They've made some nice little breaks, but the last pass has let them down.
Just execution, same as Tukapa in the first half. Both sides got a scored in that West End Bowling Club corner, but haven't been able to execute.
Yeah, there we go. That's high. 24 turnovers in 50 minutes is quite high.
Yeah, both teams seem to have the ability to bust the other. Looks like Patrick Howlett's been substituted, so I presume Thomas Edwards will go to loose head and Brendan Dent will come on to the tight head side of the scrum.
Yeah, I can see Brendan Dent there. Not a bad sub to come on.
Yeah, he doesn't mind carrying the ball up. Something's happened here, I'm not quite sure what.
Looks like 22 Mitchell, no 20, is it 22 Thomas Stokes? Are you getting ready to come on? Campbell Woodmess is down. There's a few of the supporters on the balcony at Tukapa there. Great place to watch the game. And it goes, Burnett. Jollins again.
Lovely throw and catch.
Yeah. Lapo busts the line again. He's been breaking the line nicely and he's still going.
Quick ball.
Woodmess, yep, onto Roman Farmasilli. He decides to have a little run, comes back in field. He's got a good step on him. Good pass out to Tupai Thompson. That's another good pass. Thomas Edwards out here. Oh, well done by Thomas Edwards. Away he goes. And the pass is intercepted by Shea Smith, and away he goes.
You've got to stop him. He can go.
He can go, and he could go all the way here. It'll take a good tackle to stop him, and they have managed to do it. And he's out. Interesting. Two big forwards making good runs, Lindsay.
Yeah, you don't see that too often, but no. We know here at Tukapa Shea Smith can run, and he's a big man.
Yeah.
And it took Tukapa guys to get him down and get him into touch.
Looks like Ethan Lobb is coming off for Thomas Stokes there.
Yeah, number 22, Thomas Stokes is on. Let's see where Liam Burnett goes.
Hold on, it's over now.
Mairaki Lapu again. He's the go-to man.
Yep. Slow ball for Tukapa Woodmess. Way to Tupai Thompson. Managed to find touch just outside the 22. As you mentioned before, Tukapa still want to get another one try at least. They want 5 points out of this game.
Now, if you've got to hang around, it's too late.
Southern to throw, and it comes. They go to the front. And they've knocked the ball on. Bad pass from the halfback, right at his feet. I used to like those passes, Lindsay.
Particularly in the old days when the number 7 flanker, the open side flanker for the other side was running straight at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tukapa have had, I think, 4 or 5 games this year where they've scored 3 tries, and there's a 4-try bonus point in each game available, and Tukapa didn't or haven't managed to secure those bonus points, and it's probably hurt them, given where they are on the table now. But anyway, this will be interesting because Big Thomas Edwards is up against Michael Bent now on the loose head side of the scrum for Tukapa.
Woodmass. Scrum holds. Comes the short side. Oh, and Tupai Thompson dropped the ball cold there. He was under no pressure at all. But I had the assistant referee talking about foul play.
I just wonder about the tackle after the...
Okay, we'll just penalise him then, okay. All right. Hey, go.
And Tukapa penalised.
Late tackle by the sound of it?
Yeah. But that Tupai Thompson, that was a bit unusual to see him drop the ball stone cold there under no pressure. Probably sums up the way the game's gone a bit with the mistakes.
I don't think the sun's an issue. Tukapa are playing into it, but I don't think that would have been an issue on that occasion.
No. Dejan Eads was the guy who was on the receiving end of that tackle. Aston Landers to try and put the ball in the corner. He's about 8 metres out from the goal line.
Yeah, I mean, that last line out Southern through to Shea Smith, and he won it easily at number 2, so you wonder why they haven't used him more. I mean, he's a big man.
He is a big man. Tukapa have stolen that. Jollins has stolen it.
Hold here.
Woodmass onto Burnett. Woodmass out to Dravitsky. Jack Gilmore, wide pass, bit of a risky one, but it comes off all right. And Zebi breaks a few tackles and then puts in a kick, but it's not a great kick.
No, it's straight down the middle. It's not the ideal place to put it.
Southern run it back. That's a good return.
Out 6.
By Jade Taylor. Michael Bent. Sets it nicely. Thomas Bowers goes over and helps him out. A little chip through here, and there is space in behind. Tupai Thompson manages to get back, and he's going to run. Away he goes. And he decides to kick. Well done by Tupai Thompson. Got too much trouble.
That's a good clearing kick.
The usual thing with Southern, the whole game, they've made some promising runs and looked likely, but they've put it mildly blowing it a few times, haven't they?
Yeah, I'm not sure attacking kicks like that. I think they might be better to hold the ball and build pressure.
Yeah.
Kicking it away, and Tukapa's had the opportunity to clear it.
Southern won that line out. Aston knocked it backwards. Go set in the middle. Aston, good little offload. Back in field. Southern making some good ground here. Aston, a bit of a gap out here.
They'll score if they can get it wide. No, they've knocked it on.
Knocked it on. No, I think Will Johnson's saying it went backwards. So they carry on. Set it nicely again. Away they go. Oh, good passing there. They might be in here.
They must score.
It's a good try. That's a very good try by Southern. Showed good patience, and there was some 5 or 6 good passes there. Yeah, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great passing. Well done by Southern. And 14. Dejan Eads has scored the try for them. So that brings it back to 17-10.
Kick to come.
I say it seems to be Tukapa's pattern. They play some good patches and then they seem to go off the boil for 3 or 4 minutes. A score for you. Stratford Eltham are leading Inglewood 17-10.
Same score as we've got here as we sit.
That kick looks pretty good. Just under.
The legs. He hasn't got the legs. But it just shows Southern's not out of this game.
And definitely not.
20 minutes to go. Tukapa's going to have to try and put it to bed, scoring another try or two. And but if they allow Southern the ball in the field position, they're going to be good enough to take it.
Southern are actually now in front of territory, 54%. There we are. So that's turned around a bit. No wind to speak of, so there's no advantage playing either way. Tukapa Thompson kicks it long. And Southern let it bounce again. Oh, that is an extremely soft try scored by Mason Henry. Let the kick-off bounce, and the old saying, the bounce of the rugby ball, and went straight into Mason Henry's hand. But good credit to him for chasing the kick.
Absolute coach killer. You've just scored a try. The first thing you've got to do is take receipt of the kick-off, but they've let it bounce, and Mason Henry's come through and scored the softest try of the day. Yeah,
I just noticed then that the kick-off, the Southern guys were in no hurry to get back and let it bounce, and constantly they were caught on the hop. So yeah, that you're right. That really hurts. You can try like that.
Someone's got to put a name on that ball, call out, and commit to taking it.
Yeah. There's definitely no sun playing that way, so Tukapa Thompson, and that is over as well. So that could be the difference in the game there. 24-10 now to Tukapa.
2 and 9 blue sub.
I just hope Tukapa don't go to sleep. I mean, the game's not out of Southern's reach at this point. They can certainly score 2 tries in the last 20 minutes. Tukapa need to, put this game to bed by going back and scoring again.
I just heard Will Johnson mention that number 2 and number 9 for Tukapa, so that's Javitsky and Woodmass. So I presume they've been subbed. We will see shortly.
I imagine Fami Asili is going to go into halfback now, and Lorenz Tukapa Thompson will go to the 10 position. Probably an experiment with Roman at first 5'8" that hasn't worked in my view.
No, I would agree. That's a good kick-off. Southern knock it on, but
Tukapa did the same thing.
Yes.
No one put a name on the ball. And fortunate enough on this occasion, Southern have knocked it forward. But the same result could have occurred. Looks like Malachai Churchill's on, is it?
Yeah. Well, no, Joe Dubitsky's still there.
Yeah, but we have had a change. One of the locks is gone.
I heard Will Johnson say 2 and 9. But Woodmass is still there as well.
Oh, we're being fed. Maybe it was it might have been Southern, was it?
He said blue. Oh, Mike Nyson. Chris Jollins is off. Mike Nyson is on. Out it comes. Farmer Silly. Zebi onto Farafara. Away he goes. He'll try and go round. Oh, and Tukapa turned it over again.
Yeah, I think he just tried to unload it. It's held up. Oh.
Southern. Move it out wide again. Michael Bent. Tukapa got good numbers there though. Southern turn it back. Looks like they've got a new halfback on.
Bent tackled by Dent.
Yeah. Try and say that when you've had a few beers, Lindsay. But Tukapa get the penalty here. See, not releasing. Tukapa Thompson. He's going to go for touch.
Holding on.
I think both locks might have gone off actually, because we've got certainly got Mike Neeson's out there, but Malachai Churchill's there as well.
Number 20 looks like Mitchell Prophet's coming on as well.
9.
Yeah, this time 9's coming off. It was a Southern 9 that went off before Lindsay, so
Apologies to all viewers.
yes.
Okay, time gone.
Scott Miller's still there. Maybe he's coming. Is he coming to the front row? No. Bit confusing at the moment for us commentators.
Easily
It's over now.
easily confused.
Yep.
Once blue going backward.
Tukapa going backwards. Going to have to release it shortly.
That's 3 forward.
They're starting to go forward now.
They run the risk though, if they don't clear it from here, it'll be a
Yeah.
turnover and Southern ball.
They're okay as long as they're moving forward.
Have they got
But-
the ball?
Yeah, I think Henry's got it in the back there, hasn't he? And he breaks off. There it is for Prophet. Out it comes to Tupoia Thompson. He's lost the ball.
It's been stripped.
Yeah. Away comes Southern.
They could go all the way here.
Good
Great-
tackle.
great tackle by
Farmer
Roman.
Silly. Yeah. Southern still maintain possession, however. Think away they go. Come back again. It's there for them. Good run by Michael Akuola. Here it comes. They're a bit slow. It's a bit slow they're passing here, so that makes a nice little run there. Still maintaining position.
Big Shea Smith.
Yeah.
Right there, blue.
Well, that's a good pass. That's not. They're still maintaining position. They're going backwards here, though,
Leave it
Southern.
now. Leave it, guys.
It comes.
I took up stripped it. Oh, I think he's ruled that knee was on the ground, so
Yeah.
that's fair enough. But it did look like a legitimate steal at the time.
And there has been a lot of turnovers in this game. Poor ball retention, isn't it, by both sides?
So Will Johnson's saying that the tackler didn't release, so you can't strip the ball in those circumstances. So penalty to Southern.
Finds touch nicely.
Oh, so I think we've lost Thomas Edwards as well. So that's
Yeah.
why Scott Mellows ended up in the front row.
Yeah. And it goes.
It's over now.
Southern win that easily. Going for the setup and midfield play. It looked like a bit of a shoulder there, and Will Johnson's got his arm out. Yeah.
Michael Bent's taken exception to Mairangi Lapu's tackle with it.
Oh, I think that was fair enough. It looked like a bit of a shoulder to me.
He's got to wrap that arm, so
Yeah.
Will Johnson.
Just be. Hey, Liam. Hey, there's been one in the bin for. If I see any more of that, there's going to be one in the bin for you guys as well, okay?
And Will Johnson
I hear what
gives
you're saying.
Liam Burnett the warning. If he sees that again, he'll go to the bin.
Of course you can.
Fair enough too, I think. I like that from a ref, Lindsay. It wasn't a vicious or
It's in the tackle.
bad tackle, really, but it warranted the penalty. So and he says, "Oh, next time you're in the bin." So the instructions are clear.
Interesting, he was shaping to kick to the left-hand side. Instead, he quickly turned and kicked it to the right, and there was no Tukapa players out there. So this will be Southern's chance to try and bridge that gap. Score here, and we've got an interesting last 10 or 12 minutes.
Yeah. An overthrow again. Burnett decides to kick this time. And it's not a bad kick either. It's a good kick.
Need to come up on a line.
Yeah. Oh, but that's well done by Jade Taylor. That's very well done. He made a great run here, and he's still going. What a run. There's a bit of a hop there for step. Looks for the infield. I think that went forward. It did too. Disappointing end for Southern, but what a great run.
Yeah, an example of a back getting on the outside, but you've got to wonder where the defensive line from Tukapa was.
Yeah.
2 or 3 came up through the middle, but no one on the outside, and once they got on the outside, they had a huge opportunity to score.
Yeah. Just the last bit, because it was Shea Smith in support there, I think, and he, as we saw before, he's got a bit of speed. So
he's got speed and he's got size.
Yeah. Profit to feed the scrum. The scrum collapses and we'll reset. What time, Lindsay? It's 4:05 and look at the sun shining. It's virtually winter. It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Very late autumn, but it's beautiful weather conditions, and we haven't had a single rainy day for club rugby all year. Nine games in, and every day has been fine and clear.
Players won't know what will hit them if they get a bad day with wind and rain and cold, will they?
Well, we've been there in the past, and I'm sure those days are coming.
Yeah.
But just a question of whether it turns up on a Saturday, I suppose.
Yeah. Are we going to get any snow on the hill this year, Lindsay?
It's a great question. You can certainly say that global warming's a real thing when here we are very late May and not a single drop of snow on the Monga.
Yeah. I believe they didn't ski up there last year either, didn't they?
No, they've got a nice new track to get across the gorge, and it's just basically just a tourist attraction.
Yeah.
It doesn't get you up there to the skiing slopes, that's for sure.
I think any rugby player will say that these conditions are good to play in rather than the old. I think wind used to annoy me more than rain.
Yeah, the interesting thing is the fields are holding up so well because we haven't had that rain. Back in the old days, some of our club pitches would get pretty cut up, given that they're trained on and played on the weekends. But we haven't had that problem this year, that's for sure.
Profit. Good scrum by Southern, but Tukapa managed to hold it there now. Profit. Onto Farmer Surly, onto Tupai Thompson. He clears. Good long kick. He's found some ground too.
That's a good kick.
Yeah. Southern. Return.
Taylor, I'm sure he's going to run again, but this time he's met with some stern defence.
Yeah. Tukapa didn't make the same mistake twice. Looks like a new player on there for Southern. Away they go.
No, thanks. No.
Shea Smith. Good little run by the replacement halfback there. Not quite sure who they are. Away the Southern go again.
No.
Out it comes.
No, I'll watch it. Just play.
Oh, he brushes off Burnett. Doesn't happen very often. That's a good in pass too. Oh, there we go. That last pass again. Will Johnson takes a tumble.
Oh, it's a shame actually, because I'd like.
It's a shame he took a tumble.
No, but Forafara had picked it up for Tukapa, and there was an opportunity going back the other way. But interestingly, Will Johnson's given the ball to Southern.
Well, they had possession when he fell over, I think, didn't they?
I think at that point they'd given it up. Yeah. But anyway, the referee makes the final decision.
I think that, like I just said before, we better write that down. Burnett missed a tackle and got pushed off quite easily, which was highly unusual. And there we are, missed tackles. Tukapa missed 16, 14 to Southern, so pretty much the same.
Oh.
Second half has been better than the first half, but it still has not been a great game of rugby.
No, I don't think both teams will be taking too much out of this, but the points are important.
Yeah. Southern have a player down, and then we have some view of the spectators. All shielding their eyes from the sunshine. There we go.
Southern bench, the Southern Sharks.
Yeah. Who have we got along here? good to see people out watching the rugby.
Yeah, and plenty of people in shorts as well.
Yeah.
That just shows you that winter has not arrived.
I'll just have a look at that. Yeah. I'll just have a look at that. Yeah, cool. All right.
Southern guy taking a bit of time here. Showing a bit of concern, actually. Hope he's okay. Today at Tukapa is actually Ladies' Day, so the women had their game earlier on today at 11:30 this morning. So no doubt they'll have an enjoyable evening.
Yeah, it's fair to say no rugby club can survive without the support and love of the females of the fraternity that, both play the game, administer the game, look after morning grade rugby teams.
Yeah.
Time on. Southern was in position. Scrum here.
Yeah. Like most sports, morning sports, I was at some soccer and some netball this morning, and some very passionate women on the sidelines watching their children play sport. Fair to say.
Crouch!
Just an observation here. Michael Bent's moved across to the Lucid side now, so he's against Brendan Dent. Tukapa tighty.
And it goes. Scrum is steady. Out it comes. Oh, that's a good offer. A good pass, and E.T. Slater under the bar without a hand being laid on him. Let's watch this. The first 5 just runs a few steps and just a short little pass.
Jack Gilmore moved out, created a hole for the Southern player to go straight through.
So Aston Landers, I presume, who made a good little run, just enough to bring the defenders to him, and that left the hole. Good
And
try.
Conversion's over, so we've still got a game on here.
Yeah, absolutely.
7 minutes to go, and 24-17. I'm sure Southern won't want to make the same mistake they made off the last kickoff.
No. Two-player Thompson should kick it long, though. There he goes. This time Southern take it easily and return. It's a good return. Line out on halfway. Tukapa want to keep control of this ball here. A drop ball or anything, and Southern could get a runaway try, and that would make it really interesting. So Jollins is off. He'd been winning a few line-outs, so they go up the front. Try and bust through in the midfield. Profit. On to Dent. Good run. Makes good ground. Pass along the ground, but it works out okay for Tukapa because Lapo picks it up. Profit. Roman onto Tukapa Thompson. Away he goes. Turns and sets it nicely. Profit. Onto Roman. Onto Mike Nyson. Sets it in the middle. Profit again. Oh, that was a good tackle. Dravitsky did well though. Here comes Farafara, goes around. He probably should have passed that actually. Sets it. Ball slow coming though. Profit there, and he's caught. And the ball's come out loose somehow, and Southern bust away here. And away they go. This is going to be a try. A runaway try for Southern. Scott Miller gives chase, but he's not going to stop him. And it's another mistake by Tukapa, has let them in for a try. Just trying to pick up who the Southern player is who runs away with the try here. See, the ball, Profit gets caught, and the ball just pops out. It looks like it might have been kicked through, but there's a pass from the hooker, and that player got a bit of gas, runs away and scores.
Well, conversion's going to be important here because they've got a chance to draw it up.
That ball came loose from that ruck though, didn't it? It looked,
It It's interesting because we saw that last week against Coastal where the referee penalised a guy at the ruck for kicking it forward, and that appeared to be a similar scenario. But it's not a difficult kick.
No, it appeared to be a same scenario, but I don't think we can say for certain it was a boot though, because we couldn't really tell. So here we go.
He's a good goal kicker, Brent Ashton Landers, so he'll back himself to put this through.
We've got a good angle here. We'll be able to see if it's going down the middle. Away it goes, and I'd say it's over by the cheers. 24-all.
Well, we've got 4 minutes to go, and the game's in there for the taking for whichever team's good enough.
To be honest, Lindsay, I think 24 was probably a fair indication of the game. Tukapa Thompson to kick off again. There he goes. Goes a bit shorter this time, and nice and high. Tukapa have got an advantage from a knock-on, yes. So, probably now or never for Tukapa. Someone's down. Looks like he's got a bit of a head knock there, whoever it is. Here he comes, who's...
I think it's a replacement player, but he's wearing the number 16 jersey, but that is not Brendan Dent.
No.
So maybe that's George Tamati.
Oh, right. Oh, there, the spectators realise the camera's on them. And I think of the two teams, Southern would be the most happiest at the moment, and it took up is leaving the field. I think a bad head knock. So Scott Mellow's still on the front row. Dent. This might nice and one lock.
Looks like Novitsky's still there. So.
Sorry, 3 minutes.
Yeah.
No, it's Tukapa's ball. It's knock on.
It's Tukapa's ball, so I don't know why we're standing on the tight head side of the scrum for Tukapa. Let's get on the loose head side. That'll be better.
Crouch. 5. 6.
Profit.
Right there.
Tukapa come back with Henry. Not a great pass. Tukapa Thompson picks it up. Stays on his feet nicely and he moves forward a bit. Well done. Well done, Tukapa Thompson sets it. Profit. On to Churchill. Tukapa looking for the ball here. Profit's got it. Out to Mike Nyson. Profit again. On to Burnett. Profit on to Dravitsky. Tukapa might want to be patient here, maybe even look for a penalty goal. They show some patience and just keep setting. That goes Rapu. Profit. Scott Mello. Gilmore. On to Farafara. He's dangerous. Well taken by Southern defence there. Profit. On to Dravitsky. Looks like he went straight to ground. Profit again. Dent. Sets it, yeah. Comes back the short side to Nyson. Tukapa need to hold possession here, just be patient. On to Henry. Goes through.
Out 5, last 3.
Profit, here's a little run. A good run too, but they need to get to him quickly. Otherwise, yes. Too slow to get there and support. Southern did well.
A little bit of an appreciation of... I think Tukapa needs to retain the ball, but to keep the ball close to other players. Mitchell Profit got caught there by going on his own, getting isolated, and Southern pick up the penalty.
Make sure you guys get up, boys. So time, gentlemen. Minute 30, thanks.
If the score stays like this, Southern will be very happy with this result, especially after their heavy defeat last week. So,
yeah, well, both teams will get 3 points, of course, for 2 for the draw and 1 for the bonus point, but they'll both probably be disappointed.
yeah. Oh, Tukapa stolen the line out again. Mike Nyson has it. Last chance for Tukapa here. Profit. They need to show more patience here. Bad pass, and I think he might have knocked it. Yes, he has. Jack Gilmer knocked it on, but it wasn't a great pass. So now Southern will have one last chance. Sums up the game though, Lindsay, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Really disappointing game from my perspective. I just think far too many mistakes from both teams, and both teams have got a lot to work on if they think they're going to be in contention for the top 4.
Reset scrum.
Tukapa certainly tried to put one on there to see if they could win the penalty at scrum time, but Will Johnson wasn't having a bar of it.
Well, there we go for probably the last play of the game. And it goes. Southern go. Away they go. Oh, that's a good run by the halfback. Makes good ground there. Southern have it. So they have a last chance to snatch this game. Maybe they'll just try and set it for a penalty goal. And they go. Wide pass. They've lost it though. It's gone forward. Is that full time? That's what Southern. They just had to hang on to it there, and it is full time. So the game ends 24-all, and a result which I think Southern would be the happier of the two. It wasn't a great game of rugby, to be honest. And we'll have a look at the stats for you. So Tukapa, both teams only kicked 2 goals out of 4 attempts for Southern, 5 for Tukapa. Territory, nothing in it. Possession, nothing in it. So 50-50. Missed tackles, Tukapa missed 5 more than Southern, and had a few more turnovers. But overall, those stats are very even, and the result shows that the game ended in a draw. Shortly, we'll have a look at the try scoring highlights for you. There we go, Tukapa's first try. Burnett takes it in. Pass by Woodmass. This is a good pass by Jack Gilmore. An easy running free from Rob. Southern's first try. Nice set there. Out it comes. Wide pass. Good run. And that's brought in 2 players there at the centre to make a clear run for his winger. Here we go. So this is a bad kick. Straight down Ethan Lobb's throat. Good wide pass. And this is a great run by Zebby. Just goes straight around the outside. In the end, can get a hand laid on him. Here we go. Here comes Farafara. Bust the line. Tupai Thompson, that's a good pass. Good pass by Gilmore again onto Ethan Lobb again. And good little chip through, and Zebby picks it up with another straight runner. And Southern's try. Good pass there, another good pass, and another one. Well, that's a good try for Southern there. Both teams scored 4 tries. Here comes the bounce from the kickoff. Never let the ball bounce. And there's the result, what can happen if you do. Good follow up by Mason Henry. There we go for the last try. Without a hand being laid on as well. Good little run by the first 5. Drew a couple of guys in and made a clear run in. This is the runaway try by Southern. The ball came out there and a hook up onto the outside Southern back. Here's a clear run. Breakaway try. Scott Mello did his best, but couldn't quite get there. So 24 all, the game ends up with a great shot of the mountain there. We'll just have a look at next week's games for you. Coastal play Stratford Eltham at Coastal. That'll be a good game. Inglewood play United at Inglewood. Clifton play Southern at Tikarangi, and the local town derby, Old Boys versus Tukapa, next week at Vogeltown Park. Your final thoughts on the game, Lindsay?
Yeah, a game I think both teams will be disappointed with. Too many mistakes. A draw probably the fair reflection, but a draw is not what either team would have been looking for.
Okay. Thanks to our camera crew today for providing us with the shots, and I wish you all a very good afternoon.
This live stream is sponsored by PSL, Sound, Light and Stage.